Right, okay, well this is the third and final of Kote 3, round 3 of the Manchester Mavericks B. And Andrew from our side versus, must admit the name eludes me at the moment, but they're Lonely Star and Andrew's LS Congy. This is against the Manchester Mavericks B against the Team Mavericks A from Hong Kong. Let's just have a look. Get rid of that. Let's have a look. This is Andrew's deck. It's actually one of my decks. We had to find a Brobnar Logos Shadows to fit in. This is the one we ended up with. It's got quite a lot of capture and amber control, both in the across the board in both the Brobnar Logos and the Shadows. It's quite a versatile deck, and the Brobnar isn't terrible, which is nice for a Brobnar. Looks like we're up against a Brobnar Shadows Untamed, which has got not the fastest Untamed, but it's got some Witch of the Eyes and some tricks in there. Brobnar, lots of attacks, and a fairly standard sort of Shadows lineup of denial. So just have a look quick who went first there. Oh, here's Andrew, played out the Shadow Self. Then Lonely Star punched it and put out a Gauntlet. Back now with Andrew. And that's setting themselves up for maybe another Brobnar turn if they've drawn into a creature. If not, go somewhere else. Andrew's he's lab worked, bat drone, phase shift, get out a Lomir. Yeah, they're kind of dead in your hand if you're early on and they haven't got 7, you want to get them out of the hand. It's interesting they've gone the reverse time, because if you scroll up and look, you'll see the only cards in the discard pile were Logos. One of the things you can do if you have a library access, of course, if you populate your discard with Logos only and then flip them the reverse time, when you hit your library access, you're just going to draw through a ton of Logos cards, one after the other, to get them replay. Don't know if that's what Andrew's planning now. Obviously he's flipped the deck, then drawn it back all in again. Maybe that archive was library access. Nature's Core came down, bounced pretty much everything back to hand. Oops, don't know why. Yeah, Nature's Cool. There we go again. Verse time once more. It had put us on 5, but we've just been bait and switched. Back down to 4 and then Urchin. Lonely Star now on check. Andrew back down to 3. You can take them off if we go Logos with the bat drone. And there we go. Which house? Seen a lot of Logos, but we've also phase shifted in the middle of all that, so we emptied our hand of some other ones. Okay, we are going Logos again. No fighting again. I guess we're going to see the bat drone into the Snufflegator at some point. On Wormhole. Personally, I think I would have attacked with the bat drone first, just in case. You never know what's going to come off the top of that wormhole. Oh, in this case, it's a lab work. go, nice, fairly nice. Them taking them off key, put ourselves on back onto 7 for a check. Pass to them, see what the response is. Yeah, and we're just reminding them that the Fogify effect is in play. Didn't get a reverse time that time. Okay. So let's see what the response is going to be. We've got one each of the houses, so possibly, yeah. Oh, here we go, we're going untamed. Mermook, still forging, but it's going to cost one more. Reaper Snuff go to 6, check, okay. So Andrew gets his key. Slightly expensive, but still good. And yeah, if we go Logos, we can take them off key again, and even kill that Snufflegater. What we're going to do, Andrew, where are we going? Got 3 cards in archive, so we've got quite a reasonable hand size now to play with, and it's not like we're playing in Worlds Collide where we have to worry about your archive for E-die. Yeah, of course, as both me and Tom lost our matches, I was just playing for the honour of Manchester. If he wins, I'll feel a right idiot for having punted mine, but never mind. We're going Logos again? Okay. Another lab work. Oh, Nexus. Nexusing possibly the Gauntlet Command. That might be quite nice to combo into the Bat Drone with. Okay, back to them. Straight into Brobnar. Obviously got a plan. Loot the bodies. Gauntlet. Heave the Huge. Relentless Assault. Wow. Gonna get quite a bit of amber now. There we go. Books the 1/8 destroyed. Andrew's board fairly convincingly. Admittedly, their own board is down to just the Marmook and the Gauntlets. Which way are we going to go? Interesting. There might be a Lomir, of course, either in hand or in the archives. This would be a good time to play it. Oh no, got a DC. These are the bane of the Kote tournament at the moment. Much discussion about them. Of course, the person who DCs doesn't always see that they have disconnected. You have to keep your eyes very carefully on that. So there you go, that little green bars on the top up there. Game show is disconnected. Yeah, this is where you frantically send your opponent a direct message to see if they realise they've disconnected. Oh no, everybody's dropping out. Yeah, I don't actually know where the Crucible servers are. Oh, that was a nice effervescent principle. Yeah, knock them off key for very little cost to yourself. Yeah. Okay. Not a great deal of progress, but most of them convincingly quite, quite well took them off key by quite a margin. There's 2 decent creatures there for shadows if you want to go into a shadows turn if they live. Yeah, really hope the opponents managed to get back in, or because this has been quite a good start for Andrew. Yeah, it looks like Effervescent Principle was one of the cards that was in the archive as he drew them back in. Oh dear, starting to get worried now. There we go. Oh no, and now Kyong went. Oh, alright, okay, both players back in the game. Okay, cool. Hopefully we can carry on. Alright, Brobnar again. Are we going to kill the Umbra? We could gauntlet in either of them. Or we're going to use anger to Vermook and then reap off the Gang of Chieftain. Push them back on 6 and it's cleared Andrew's board. Oh, and the third gauntlet. Well, that's a lot of fighting potentially. Can Andrew take him off? I mean, the Gang of Chieftains is a target for a Restless Whispers if he wants to go shadow. If he's got that, he's only got one creature, so it'd be possible in the Brobnar to drop a couple of creatures and then Unguarded Camp. Oh, Lome, that's oh, both Lomes when he's only on 6. Oof. But there you go. There's your Unguarded Camp. That takes him off. Anything else? No, just that. Yeah, pity if Lomes couldn't be saved until they had 7, but yeah, if that was the only way he had taken him off key, it's as good as any. I mean, okay, a Brobnar turn would see the Chieftain smack in and take the Amber back, but at least you've delayed for a turn. Instead we go on Shadows, we've got Fagin, and there's an Urchin. Does the job, puts them back on check. Let's whisper their own Urchin, so yeah, check and some. Those Lomes would be nice at this point. Yeah, and I do that to 0. Going Brobnar again. I'll be very tempted to kill that Fagin. That is going to be a liability if it keeps getting the Urchin back. Yeah, just killed it with an Earthshaker. Good enough. Oh, and a War Drummer. Oh, that is a brilliant play. Yes, because that's going to put both Lomes back in the hand. It's also going to give him back 1 Amber, so it puts him on to 9. So the 2 Lomes together drop him back down to 5. Excellent. That was a real good play there. I'm sure Andrew, when I see him, will say, yeah, the Lonely Stars acknowledge well. We'll say absolutely what he intended, absolutely in hand. The War Drummer was in hand. The plan all along. Yes. Anyway, Whether it was or whether we just lucked into a water off the top deck, we don't know. Obviously, we don't know, but worked out well. Absolutely smashed him back down to 5. Dealt with the Fagin, put Andrew on 2 amber as well. What's the response going to be? Okay, we're going untamed. Haven't seen that yet. Not since the start anyway. So Hunting Witch, Wish of the Eye, back onto check, Dew Fairy, and then exhaust. Exhaust down the free Brobnar. Oh, and another creature. Okay, so 8, 9 after the Hunting Witch. Pastor Andrew. Right. Well, the effervescent principle's gone. Have we got anything in shadows that is going to? I mean, the poison wave. Yeah, that's nice. Deals with the board a bit. Yeah, we got rid of the Witch of the Eye. So both the Hunting Witch and the Witch of the Eye are gone. That's good. Those are 2 problematic. Couldn't take them off check, but let's put ourselves on check with the ghostly hand. That's nice. So yes, key to Lonely Star. What is going to be their response? I mean, obviously anything, just shadow, naming Skeleton Key and putting it on the Mushroom Man will do the job. Have they got a better bit of amber control than that? I might be about to see some fighting. There's not that many Brobnar creatures left in the deck. There's got a War Drummer and a Forge Master Rock, and that's it. Oh, and a Bumpsy. Forgot the Bumpsy. So there you go. That's taken. That's taken off key. King of the Crag. Oh, loads of ones I've forgotten. 5 of them, yeah. So, took Andrew off key and reasserted board control. No, didn't get themselves any amber, but yeah, as I say, deny the key. Losing the poison wave could have been useful. Mothers again, would have been useful. The rest, give or take. Back on check. Can we make any headway against the board? Of course, King of the Crag in play makes Andrew's Brobnar a bit less impressive. Oh, okay. Hopefully that should be able to take out the. Yeah, that takes out the King of the Crag. Also, just maintaining slightly more creatures in play means that if we need to, there might be the second unguarded camp coming up. There's very few cards left in the deck. Haven't seen the library access, so that's probably in hand, and Andrew's just waiting for a decent set of Logos cards, in which case that discard just then probably wasn't all that helpful. Seeing both Wild Wormhole and Quicksow and Mother go. Again, I mean, the easy way to take Andrew off key is just a Skeleton Key onto Bumpsy, but do we have a better? No, going untamed. Should I remind myself, I don't think we've got anything untamed to take him off key. No, not Regrowth the Murmook, that'll do. That'll do. Witch of the Eye, Murmook, puts them on check. Andrew's not on check because of Murmook. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Brobnar turn, smash some of those creatures out of the way, get back to key, or maybe we let rip with a library access if that's what we've got. But I think very much depends what he's got in hand. An unguided camp would pretty much firmly put us into Brobnar. Andrew's having a think. Yeah, both players just about to do the flip. That was the perfect time to regrowth. And there's nothing else left in the deck. Shadows. Okay. Relentless Whispers. Being the Hunting Witch. Yeah. Oh, and follow up with an old Bruno. It's only going to be a temporary stalling measure with all those gauntlets, and also the sort of the double in Untamed. It's not going to be a problem to get that free back, but it is a stalling mechanism. Whilst Andrew hopefully gets his second key. We're out of range of the Murmook now, so it'd have to be one or two. So yeah, two at least, steals or captures or something. So I don't think Shadows on its own is going to cut it unless there's something else like a bait and switch, or which I think's gone. Actually, the bait's gone, hasn't it? Yeah, the bait's gone. So just have a look. Haven't seen the second miasma yet, so you might have seen that. No, that's my doorbell, excuse me. Okay, so what did I miss? So yeah, Lonely Star went into the Nerve Blaster Steel one. Miasma to prevent, Hidden Stash, Shadow Self out next to Murmook. Okay. Kongi's response. Tyler's Crocag. Kill the Witch of the Eye. Into Shadows of Unguided Camp, put another one captured from that one. Okay, cool. I think I now know where I am. Also, you have to excuse the hoovering in the background. So yeah, Andrew wants to get on check. I think both miasmas were used, but we saw the deck flip, so not entirely sure what. There may be another miasma in hand. Okay, Silvertooth. Can't see much fighting opportunity for Silvertooth there. Yeah, Reap's go to check on 6. And there's another miasma. Now annoying. Yeah, skeleton key to put them on Mamook. Back to Connie. Yeah, frustrating. Let's see if he's got any way to take him off. If not, just battering down through that Shadow Self and then onto the Mamook with your Bromnar. I mean, don't forget, of course, the Talus Crowcrack can attack regardless of what house he names. So that's a dead Shadow Self regardless of what house he's named. So even, yeah, let's see which way we go. Can we knock him off? Okay, yeah. Headhunter takes out the Shadow Self, gets an amber for it. I'm suspecting Crowcag into Mamook now. And then either Reap with the Chieftain or maybe Chieftain into Bumpsy now the flip's been done. The reason for that is just trying to minimise the amount of attacks that can come back to try and get that amber back off Bruno. Or do we just, as I say, as Andrew's done there, Reap and hopefully set ourselves up for a keen. Shut up, AVG. Yeah, do we want to get a key straight away as if we can, and then almost immediately back into the next. I think his opponent's going to try and do the same. Just force the second. Bromnar. Nice. Yeah, Reap with the Bumpsy. Gauntlet the Bumpsy into Bruno. Gauntlet the Bumpsy into Bruno. Not much else to do with the Silvertooth. You won't really want to gauntlet it into anybody. Oh yeah, you might gauntlet Heeb though. That's how you've effectively swapped Heeb for the Silvertooth. Not seeing an easy route for them to get to 6. They're not going to stop Andrew. May boil down to whether they've redrawn that second miasma. Yeah, okay, War Drummer. So Bumpsy's going to come back down, take 1 off. It's not the end of the world. He the Huge is going to come down and do little more than put some damage on his own side of the board. And 2 fights left for the 2 gauntlets, which is almost certainly into Bruno. That would leave Andrew with 4. Going into that, so only 2 amber needed, but obviously skeleton key on table, so we need another definitely, and maybe miasma, or maybe other. Oh, okay, we're taking out the Bromnar rather than the Bruno. Oh no, we're taking everything out because we've got a relentless assault. Which will leave us the capability, yeah, we've gone to 6, go to 7. So, interesting. Oh, Andrew now has to, well, he'll forge, he'll have 4. He needs to stop Lonely Star forging when he's got 7. So he needs to take him 2 off. and also find 2 amber from his own from somewhere. Very doable. Very doable, but equally not for sure. They may not have an answer. Yeah, I mean the immediate easy one is log us into effervescent principle and see what we can do. Oh, and here's the library access turn. Let's see if we're going to do it. I think if we had effervescent principle in hand, we would have played it by now. Racking up our own amber, but if we can't, yeah, if we didn't get the effervescent principle, it was done. There we go, we're over. Oh well, that was a complete straight loss that round to the Manchester Mavericks. Makes me feel a little bit better about losing my own. It wasn't crucial. That puts us on, basically we've got 1 win this game, and this Kote season, and that's from the bye. Hopefully next round we'll be able to do a bit better. Maybe I'll be able to catch up with some other Manchester Mavericks games. If so, I'll record them as well. If not, see you in round 4.